Good afternoon. This is Arlene Wilson with Yates County Cooperative Extension Master Gardening Program, and this is episode 4 of Seed Journey. And so I am going to plant some of the seedlings that I had put in some of the plastic bags. So I have my materials with me. You see, I have a lettuce container, and I put some soil in, about an inch of soil on the bottom, because of course we always have some soil available. If you have something from your garden, you can see I actually have a former plant that had some things in it, so I kept that pot in that soil for future use. I also have some cups from some takeout places that can be used. I kept the lid, so that can be a mini terrarium. And we're also going to add some Miracle-Gro plant food for fertilizer. And so the ratio is 1/4 teaspoon to 2 quarts of water. So I did about a 1/4 teaspoon in about a quart of water. You can see the container here. I'm going to place you over here to watch me in action. So whenever you're transplanting seeds, you never know how things are going to come out. So I can show you that for the okra, we had a pretty good outcome with the okra. So you'll see we have some roots that have started on one of 3 plants on that side, and on the inside of the napkin we've had probably maybe 30% of the seeds have germinated. So we're going to plant the plants that have germinated. And remember, with gardening, there is always that continual loss of product, and so that just comes with the territory. So I have gloves, and for those of you who like to use gloves, that's a thing. And for the others who don't, I'm from the old school. I just love to actually put my hands in the dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and put these seedlings that have sprouted some roots directly on top of the dirt. And I'm just going to lay them down in the container. We have some there in little clumps. So I always throw some of the seeds that didn't germinate in there. Hope springs eternal, but also if they do not germinate, they will decompose, and then they can be fertilizer for the other seeds. So it's all good. So they all go here. Okay. And then we have some additional soil. And we sprinkle another 1/2 inch over the top. And then the theory is for seedlings, you want to water from the bottom. So I'm going to water the corners so the water will eventually absorb in throughout the container. As you can see, I'm not using the whole, but I am looking to see how the water is percolating through the container. So I'll put just a little bit more, because this side closest to me look a little dry. A bit more. Again, until you can see that it's getting darker. There's a couple of spots that are still dry, but the water will eventually reach all sides. And then I will close the lid. And there I have my unofficial terrarium. So that's one model. And thank you for that today.